Okay, so using the ball this morning, always one of the favourite props to use. So you just bring your feet onto the floor when you're ready. That's it. So feet hip distance apart. So again, just think about the way you're standing. So think about your posture, and then just hold the ball in your hands. Just let the arms just relax down in front of you. That's it. So just keep a bit of softness down there in those arms. And then just let those knees soften. So try not to lock those kneecaps, especially if you've got any hypermobility that you're aware of in your knees. And then lifting up for those abdominals, so just draw the belly button in. So find that lift for your tummy. Then really big about lifting out of that lower back for me. So just feel really long in that body. That's it. And then just let the shoulders soften, and then just let the neck soften as well. So just start to take away any stress that you're holding in the upper body. And then just going to give the ball just a little squeeze. So just so you can feel those biceps engaged, you start to switch those arms up a little bit. And then just going to lift the ball just straight above the head without moving the ribs, and then just lifting, bringing the arms back down. And then again, so you're going to breathe in, lift, and then breathe out, lower. Breathing in and out. That's it. And again, and up and down. Good, 2 more. And last time, and we're going to leave the ball straight above the head for me. Okay, now from here, we're going to do some tricep curls. So we're going to give the ball a little squeeze, and then you're just going to bend through those elbows and just bring them forward as much as you can as you take the ball behind the back of the head. And you're just going to straighten those arms all the way back up again. And then repeat. So you're going to bend and straighten. Good. Keep doing that. And whilst you're doing that, think about your posture. So we're going to just do this sideways on so you can see. So try and keep the head nice and upright. So try not to nod your chin to the chest. You take the ball back behind. So just keep looking forward. Keep the chin lifted. And again, just watch the lower back. So again, draw the tummy in and keep that neutral spine, neutral pelvis. That's it. So try not to stick the chest forward. And again, so you're going to bend and extend. Good. Keep squeezing the ball. Good. Really starting to work through those arms, those triceps. Good, and again. And then 2 more. And last time. Good, and then just bring your arms forward and down to rest, that's it. Good, we're going to come back to that again in a minute. But now we're going to go again, last couple of weeks we've been doing the lunges, so we're going to do the lunges again this week. So just remember, when you're doing your lunges, if your mat's quite slippery and it's kind of sliding up and down a bit, I would just come onto the floor, just so you're safer. But if your mat's quite secure and doesn't move at all, then you can stay on the mat. So with the ball, just going to take it straight above the head. And I'm just going to start by just warming up for the legs first. So keeping the tension on the ball. So again, just give it a little squeeze, soften through those elbows. Draw the tummy in. I'm just going to step that right leg back behind, bending both the knees. And then you're going to bring the leg back in. And then you're going to lower the arms down. Then you're going to lift the arms back up again. And you're going to step your left leg back. So you're going to bend both the knees. And then come back in. And then lower the arms. Okay, so just repeat that. So you're going to lift up. Step back. Nice and long. Come in. And lower. And then again. So just remember that front knee. So try and get your weight down in between the legs rather than all the way forward in that front knee. That's it. And then again, up, step back, lift, and lower. And again, up, step back, lift, and lower. Good. One more time on each side. And then last time. Good, and rest those arms for me. Good. Okay, now this time we're going to do your triceps again. Okay, so with the ball, you're going to take it straight above the head, and we're going to come into a static lunge this time, so we're not going to move. So we're going to hold your lunge position. So we're going to step your right leg back behind you, and again, just bend both those knees, squeeze through that right glute, draw the tummy in, looking straight ahead, so keep the iron line lifted. And again, you're going to do your tricep curls. So you're going to bend those elbows, bring the ball behind the back of the head, and then straighten through those arms. And then again, so you're going to bend and extend. So we're going to aim for 10 if we can. And squeeze and straighten. And squeeze and straighten. Good. So even though we're not using balls hardly weighs anything, but just having that resistance with the ball, you can really get those arms working a bit. That's it. And then once you've done 10, lift the arms up, bring the back leg in, and then you can lower the arms back down in front. Then we'll do the other side. So when you're ready, again, you're going to step your left leg back this time. So go nice and long, lifting the arms above the head. Find that static lunge position. And then when you're ready, again, exactly the same. So you can hold it as you fit into your tricep curls and extend. And bend and extend. So I know we've been doing these lunges for the last couple of weeks, so you might notice that you might feel a bit stronger in the legs. And again, squeeze and straighten. Keep those elbows forward. Keep the head lifted. And then once you've done about 10, again, bring your arms back above the head and step the leg back in, and you can bring those arms down to rest. Well done. Good. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. Okay, so now I'm going to start moving into your back now. So we're going to use the ball for a bit of stability for your knees. So you're just going to pop your ball just above those ankle joints. Okay, so just above the ankles. And again, it's just there for stability to keep those knees still. And just going to go into your roll downs here. So just going to reach both those arms straight above the head, palms facing forward, and again, lifting up through your center. And then you're just going to breathe in to prepare. And then when you're ready, as you breathe out, just going to nod the chin towards the chest as you start to roll down towards the floor. And then let the head drop, let the arms drop, and then you're going to roll yourself back up, draw the belly button in, forward the spine, taking the arms back above the head. Okay, and then again, so you're going to breathe in to prepare, breathing out, nodding the chin to the chest, rolling down. So now we're looking for that articulation through your spine, breathing in and breathing out to roll back up. Good, just notice any stiffness there in the body as we're rolling down, so whether it's the back, whether it's the legs, the hips, the glutes. You can normally feel it when you're doing your roll downs. And again, breathing out, nod. Good, and rolling up. Good, and then one more time. And tip the arms up above the head. Good, and you can bring your arms forward and down to rest. Good. Okay, now this time, you're going to grab hold of your ball, and we're going to come into your Pilates stance. So you're going to bring the heels together, so come into that ballet first position. So hips rotated, and this time, again, you're going to hold the ball in your hands this time, and again, we're going to do your roll downs. But by having the, when you're in your Pilates stance position, it just increases the stretch a little bit more, okay? So squeeze the legs together, so you draw the tummy in, and you'll feel those glutes activate just by bringing those heels in. And you're just going to take your arms back above the head. And you're going to give the ball a squeeze, soften through those elbows. And again, you're just going to roll down to the mat, exactly the same as you just did. So you're going to nod, and you're going to roll all the way down. Letting the head drop heavy, letting the arms drop heavy. And again, breathing in. And then breathing out, push your feet down into the floor as you roll yourself back up. And lift the arms above the head. And again. Yeah, so you may notice the balance feels a bit, right, you feel like you're having to hold yourself a little bit more than you did with the feet in parallel. And then rolling up. Good, and again. Good. And then rolling up. And then we'll do this twice more through. And then on the last one, we're going to stay down at the bottom. And again, just notice that deeper stretch down the back of those legs. And last time. And just stay down at the bottom. Good, and just release the ball and just pop your hands either side. Or just let go of the ball, just let the ball just stay there. Hopefully it will stay there. I know sometimes these balls have a life of their own and like to go everywhere, but hopefully it will stay still. So just going to, again, let the head drop, let the arms drop. I'm just going to do a plie. So you're just going to bend your knees and you're going to push your knees outwards, away from each other. Then you're going to squeeze the legs together and then repeat again. So you're going to bend the knees and then extend and straighten. And again, so you're going to bend and squeeze the legs together. And again, so you're going to bend and straighten, and then two more. And last one. Good, and then just separate your heels. So now they're back to parallel. And you can just put the ball to one side and then just walk your hands away from the feet so you come into that downward dog position. And then from there, we'll just bend both the knees, come down to the floor, relax the toes, and then just sit back into that shell stretch. So tailbone back to the heels, stretch those arms away from the body, releasing your head to the mat. Just take a couple of breaths there, in for the nose and out for the mouth. Good. And then when you're ready, just roll yourself back up to sitting. Good. Okay, now we're going to lie down on your mat. So when you're ready, with your ball, you're going to place it in between your legs. So I just want you to place it just above those knee joints. And it's just again for stability, to keep those knees in line with the hips and to get you working through those inner thighs a little bit. So come down onto your back. So feet hip width apart, and then just let those arms rest down by your side. Okay, so just have a minute just to kind of correct your alignment, or if you feel like you need to change or move around a little bit, just think about the way you're lying down on the floor. So just remember, have those heels underneath the knee creases and just feel the weight in the back of your pelvis and not in your lumbar spine. So remember, back of the pelvis is nice and heavy, okay? And then just lifting up through your abdominals. So again, just find that center and then let the shoulders relax and feel the weight of the back of the head connect to the floor. Or if you've got a cushion underneath, you get on the cushion. So what we're going to do with your ball is we're just going to give it a gentle squeeze. Now, you just want a gentle squeeze, just enough so you can feel those inner thighs fire up a little bit. We don't want to overly tense here, just a little bit for me, okay? And then keeping that tension on the ball, we're going to do a little bit of knee mobility. So keeping your thigh completely still and keeping your hip joint really still. We're just going to move from your knee. So we're going to extend the knee. So with your right foot to begin with, you're just going to lift your right foot up and away from the floor. So you're going to extend the leg away from the body. And then you're going to bend the knee to place the foot back down to the floor. Then again on the other side, so you're squeezing the ball for the legs, and you're going to lift the left leg, bend the knee, place the foot down. And then again, so keep the tension on the ball, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. We'll do this one more time on each side. Good. You may notice a few little clicks and stuff going on there in the knees. Good. Okay, now this time we're going to add a curl up to this now. So we're going to interlace those fingers and then just pop your hands behind the back of the head. And you're going to bring those elbows in. So remember, try not to let the elbows drop to the floor. So keep them in slightly. And then we're going to come up into your normal curl up. So we're going to squeeze for the ball. You're going to nod the chin towards the chest. You're going to come up away from the mat. And you're going to hold this curl up position. And you're going to repeat the same leg. So again, you're going to lift that right foot away. Point the toe at the end. Bend the knee. Then again on the other side. So do one on each side. And then resting your head back down to the mat. And then we're going to alternate the legs. So again, we're going to repeat. So you're going to nod, curling up. And then you're going to lift the left foot. And then lower. Then the right. Then lower. And then rolling back down. Just do this one more time on each side. That's it, maintaining that curl up position, keeping that neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and then last time. Squeeze through the ball, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and then resting your head back down to the mat. Well done. Good. Okay, now moving on from there, we will come back to those legs in a minute again, but we're going to move on from that for a bit. So now this time with your ball, we're going to bring your legs into tabletop position. So if we can, we're going to lift your right leg, lift your left leg, and you're just going to place the ball just in between the calves, so the bottom part of your calf muscles. If you find whenever it's too much on your lower back, then just bring your feet down to the floor and then just place the ball back in between those inner thighs again, if you need to. And again, like you did just a minute ago, you're going to give the ball a little squeeze. So again, fire up through those inner thighs. Arms resting down by your side. Again, we're going to come into your curl up position. So we're just going to take your arms back towards the head. Then we're going to breathe in here. And then breathing out, you're going to take both arms forward. Nod the chin towards the chest, coming into your curl up position. So really lengthen through those arms. Breathing in. And then breathing out, just going to rest your head back down to the mat. And then reaching those arms back. And then again, so squeeze the ball. Coming up. Breathing in. And breathing out, resting the head. Reach the arms back. Okay, just a couple more times. Two more. As I say, just watch the feet don't drop below the knee. And last time. Good. And let those arms rest by your side. And just to rest those legs, grab the ball and then bring your feet down to the mat. Well done. Okay, so moving on from there, we're now going to go into your Pilates hip rolls. Okay. Now you can do this with your feet on the floor again. But if you're going to have your feet on the floor, bring the feet together, bring the knees together, and don't worry about using the ball. But if your lower back's completely fine, so that's only if your lower back's feeling a bit not too good this morning. You can bring both the legs off and again, bring the ball back in between the calves and give it a little squeeze. And then you're going to lift both the arms up towards the ceiling. So you've got your palms facing inwards And again, keep the tension on the ball. Now, going into your hip rolls, so just going to breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to move your pelvis over towards the right side, keeping that left shoulder blade and the top part of your left ribs connected to the floor. So we're not aiming to get your legs all the way down. Then you're going to breathe in here, and then breathing out, you're going to draw the tummy in, keep squeezing the ball as you bring your pelvis back to center. Then again on the other side. So just keep lengthening through those arms. And again, you're going to take your pelvis over towards the left, keep squeezing the ball. And then coming back to the middle. And again. That's it. So really working on that stability, really working into those deep core muscles. Good. One more on each side. And last one. And then come back to center, and you can rest the arms down, and again, grab your ball and rest your feet down to the floor. Well done. Good. Okay, now we're going to go into your spine curls. So placing the ball back in between your legs again, so just above the knees. And again, just going to give the ball a little squeeze. And then from there, let the shoulders relax, let the arms relax. And you're going to go into your bridge. So just going to start by breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, you're going to tilt the pelvis towards you. You're going to push your feet down into the floor as you peel your spine away from the mat. So rolling up section by section. Breathing in at the top. And then breathe out as you roll back down, one vertebrae at a time, bringing your pelvis back to its neutral position. And then again. So we're going to do that 3 times altogether. So again, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, squeeze the ball. So again, just to keep that stability in the knees. Rolling up. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good, which should feel nice on your spine. Really nice stretch for that lower back. So really nice if your lower back's feeling quite tight this morning. This will help to release it a little bit. Good, bringing your pelvis back to neutral. Good. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that leg line we did a minute ago. So I'll just quickly demonstrate first so you can see. So what we're going to do is, again, coming up into the bridge position, and we're going to hold it at the top. So we're going to push the feet down, tilt the pelvis towards you, peel the spine away. Okay, draw the tummy in, activate through those glutes, and you're just going to push that left foot down into the floor, and you're going to lift the right foot away, extend through the knee, place the foot back down to the mat. Then again on the other side, so you're going to push your right foot down and then lift the left foot away, extend the knee, place the foot down. So you can do one on each side and then rolling back down to the floor, bringing your pelvis back to neutral. Okay, and then you're just going to alternate for the legs. Okay, so give it a go. And we'll do 3 sets altogether. So we do it 3 times. So 1 on each side counts as 1. Okay, so when you're ready, off you go. That's it. So you're going to lift and extend. So really try not to move from the hip or your thigh. And then rolling back down. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can take those arms off the floor. So you can bring those arms up towards the ceiling and try it with the arms off. Good. And then once you've done 3 altogether, you can bring your arms down to rest. Well done. And just remove the ball away. And then you're just going to hug both your knees into your chest. And I'm just going to roll around on that lumbar spine for me. So just do 5 circles in one direction and 5 circles the other way. Just a nice little release. Good. And when you're ready, once you've done 5 circles in both directions, just going to come to stillness, and then just going to lift your head away from the floor. So you nod the chin towards the chest and rock yourself up to sitting. Good. Okay, so I hope we're all feeling okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of side work. So we're going to do your, we're going to aim for your side bend. So what we're going to do is you grab hold of your ball, and you're just going to stack your legs. So you want your right leg on top. So knees together and feet together. That's it. And you've got your ball in your right hand. And then you've got the heel of your left hand in line with your hip. Okay, and then try not to have it too underneath you. And then try not to obviously have it too far away. So just kind of sort of just underneath the shoulder. And from here, think about your posture and the way you're sitting. So what we don't want to do is slouch. So again, we don't want to collapse and put all your weight into your shoulder joint and into your wrist. So by pushing away from the floor, pushing away from the mat, so we can find that length underneath the waist and into those ribs. Okay, and just to start with, we're just going to just lift the arm up. So we're just going to breathe in, and you're going to lift the arm up towards the ceiling and take it over towards the ear, and then you're going to bring it back down. So just go to that 5 times. So you're going to breathe in, lift, and breathe out, lower. And just try and keep a bit of softness in the elbow. So try not to completely lock that elbow joint. Sorry, I was doing that then, but I corrected myself, so I thought I might as well mention it. Good. Good, so you're breathing in and out and in and out. Good, and then once you've done 5, sorry, really bad at counting, just bring your arm down to rest. So once you've done 5, just rest. Good, okay, now from here, your top leg, you're now going to bring it in front of the bottom leg. So that right heel, you're going to bring it in front of your left shin, and you're going to rotate the hips. So again, your toes are going to point outwards for me. And you want to have your legs as much as possible to the side of you. So try not to have them out in front. So again, just try and get them out to the side as much as you can. And then you're just going to bring the arm in front of the leg for me. That's it. And then again, what we're going to do, so I'll just demonstrate first, is this time we're going to lift away from the floor. So we're just going to lift our hips and the pelvis. So your knee is going to stay on the floor, and this foot's going to stay on the floor as well. So we're going to breathe in, you're going to push the right foot down, you're going to push the left knee down, you're going to lift the hips up, lift your pelvis up as you take the arm up and over towards the ear, and then you're going to come back down towards the floor. And again, we're going to aim for 5 repeats. So again, you're going to push the foot down, push the knee down, you're going to lift up and over, and you're going to come back down to the mat. Okay, so we're just going to do that 5 times. So you're going to breathe in, and you're going to lift up and over into that side bend, and then breathe out lower. Good, and again, lifting up and over, and then come back down. Good, I know it's a lot of weight bearing on that one shoulder and that one wrist, but it's kind of something we just have to put up with, I'm afraid. And again, coming up and lower. Good. Okay, now from here, we're going to swap your arms, swap your legs around, not your arms around. So when you're ready, you can change over and we'll do the other side. Okay, so you might find this time maybe slightly different just because the shoulder is a little bit stronger. So just see if you can notice any difference. So again, just keep the feet stacked, keep the knees stacked, and just holding the ball in your left hand. That's it. And again, think about the posture and the way you're sitting. So again, try not to collapse into that side, into the rib. And then when you're ready, just going to lift that top arm up and reach over towards the ear, and then come back down. And then again, so you're going to breathe in, lift, and then breathe out, lower. And again. Good, so you're just stretching through your shoulder, getting some mobility there. And just stretching down that side, left side. Good, and again. And then once you've done 5, again, I'm really bad at counting, just rest. So now this time, your left foot, you're going to bring your heel of your left foot in front of the shin. And again, you're going to bring the arm out in front of the leg. Okay, so again, we're going to lift off the floor. So you can stay with what we just did before if needed. So you don't have to do this next part. You can just stick to the previous one. So again, keep the knee connected, keep the foot connected, draw the tummy in, and you're going to push the knee down, and you're going to lift the hips, lift the pelvis, take the arm up and over, and then come back down to the floor. So it's kind of a nice exercise to practice to build up the strength for, well, like the side plank and everything. And again, breathing in and out. That's it. Keeping those hips stacked on top. That's it, keeping the weight forward. So it's quite easy here to take it into a slight back bend. So try and keep the shoulders stacked on top and the hips stacked on top. Good, and again, once you've done 5, I'm just going to rest for me. Well done, you can take the pressure away from that shoulder. Good, so you may have noticed a difference there. So again, just that one shoulder maybe slightly stronger than the other, which is very normal. We all have that imbalance inside. So what we're going to do now is we're going to help stretch that out, the shoulders and the upper back. So we're going to do some rotation. So we're going to come to all fours, and we're going to do your thread the needle exercise. So you're going to come up to your hands and knees, and just going to pop your hands underneath your shoulders, knees hip width apart, lengthen the tailbone, draw the tummy in, head in line with your spine. So you're in your neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And then from there, with your thread the needle, just going to flip your right hand over. So the palm of your hand is facing up towards your chest. You're going to bend your left elbow as you slide the hand through the gap between the hand and your knee. You're going to look towards the hand and just let the head drop. Then you're going to breathe in here. And then breathing out, you're going to feed back through. So you're going to keep it flowing. As you lift that arm up towards the ceiling, you're going to look towards the hand as much as you can. And then you're going to bring the hand back down to the floor. And then repeating on the other side. So let's do that again. So the hand's going to flip over. Bend the supporting elbow. Send the arm through and look towards the hand. You're going to breathe in here. And then breathing out, you're going to unwind and then go back the other way. And bring the hand down. And again. So just be aware, as you're going into your thread the needle, that we haven't collapsed and come out of your neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Okay, so it doesn't matter, we're not aiming to get your head to touch the floor, we're just focusing on the rotation of the upper spine without coming out of your alignment. So that might mean that your head doesn't go all the way down. And then one more time on each side. Good. And lower. And then last time for me. Well done. And then rest your hand down. And then from there, we'll just sit back into your shell stretch, the tailbone towards the heels. Stretch the arms out in front of you, release the head to the floor and just hold it there for me. So nice deep breaths in for the nose and out for the mouth. Good, and then when you're ready, just roll yourself up to sitting. And then just to finish, just before we come up to standing, I'm just going to do a small upper back bend with the ball. So when you're ready, you come lie down, and so not quite all the way down, because you're going to place the ball behind you. So it's just, so for us ladies, so it's the back of the bra strap, kind of a good little cue where it's in the right place. So, and you just want to feel kind of those shoulder blades just hugging sort of around the ball. And then you notice that you're sort of in your curl up position. You're at the top of your curl up position. So we're just going to link your fingers together and put your hands behind the back of the head. Okay. And then from here, without coming out your neutral, so again, we're going to keep that neutral spine, neutral pelvis. We're just going to come into a small upper back bend. So we're just going to lift your eye line, and you're going to lift the chest, lift the breastbone as you go up and back behind the ball, bringing your head towards the floor, but not all the way. And you're going to breathe in here, and then breathing out as you curl back up, back to your starting position. And then again, so you're going to breathe in to prepare. Breathing out, you're going to lift your eye line, draw the tummy in, and go up and back. So we're really working on your extension through the upper spine. And then coming forward, back into that curl up. So this can feel quite nice. It's a nice feeling in the back of your upper body. And you can do this if you want even more of a deeper release. If you do have a foam roller at home, you can do the same thing with a foam roller. So obviously have it horizontal and then put it in the same position, and it will just get deeper into those into the tissues to release. And then one last time. Good. And then just coming back up to your curl up position. Take your hands away, place your hands on the floor and just push yourself off the ball. Well done. And then hopefully now the upper back just feels a little bit more looser. Good. Okay, so now we're going to come up to standing now. So we're going to come up to your knees. So you're going to come up to kneeling. And we're going to come up to standing without using our hands. So we're just going to rely on your legs. So for today, if you normally go with your right leg, so that's your most dominant leg, try with the opposite side. So try and lead with the left leg this time if you can, or the other way, or the other way around. And then just tuck your toes under. That's it. And then you're just going to interlace your fingers again. Hands behind the back of the head, elbows come in, look straight ahead, push that left foot down into the floor. And then when you're ready, just see if you can come up to standing without using those hands. You can take the hands away. That's it. Well done. Good. It's always different on the other side. Always feels different. Good. So feet hip distance apart, arms resting down by your side, lifting up for your center. And when you're ready, just take a big inhale as you lift your arms all the way out to the side, straight above the head. Lift your eye line at the top. And then a big exhale, bring those arms down to rest. I'm going to do that 2 more times, breathing in. And then breathing out lower. Good. And then one last time, breathing in. And then breathing out, bring those arms down to rest. And there you go. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Hope you all enjoyed it and you enjoyed the ball. And I'll see you all pretty soon.
Thanks, Lauren.